Kamp Kenan. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is a very hot day down here in South Florida. It's finally cooled off a little bit. It's been close to feels like 200 degrees. It's actually been about 100 degrees, which is not normally common. Let's let this guy in. We got a little bonus video here today. We're gonna go hang out with Slinky and Jackie, but first I wanted to let the sulcatas in because it's been wet and I'm trying to round them all up. Oh my gosh, I want to keep them from getting any shell problems as we've been getting a lot of rain this summer. So let me just pull that in, see if he'll come in to get some of this food. Usually they smell the food. We've got about, oh, I don't know. I've got 5, 6 in here. We need to get 5 more in. So I like it when they do it themselves. It's less work on me, especially since the weather has not been pleasant, to say the least. So you'll see a very sweaty Kenan here, but you know, what are you gonna do? That's life. That's life. And let's go hang out with Slinky and Jackie and get you guys all caught up with what's going on. So I've thawed out some rodents here. These are pre-killed rodents, and we're gonna give Slinky a jumbo, and we're gonna give Jackie one of these smaller rats. So if you guys are squeamish, you don't want to see this, no worries, but I had to go in there and feed them anyway, so I thought it would be a good way to show off 2 of these monitor lizards and how they're doing. Let's get this opened up. You guys know the cage situation here. Got to keep things going. Let's see, this thing's come out of its little, oh blimey, not making it easy for me here today. Slide this out like that. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and grab the rodents. There we are. Alright, let's check them out. Shut the airlock. Alright, so here's another challenge. Once he sees these, it's going to be pretty hardcore. So I got to feed him. There he is, Slinky man, and he knows something's up. So I want to first get him fed, then I got to get Jackie, who's in here, all figured out. So put that up there. There's Slinks. But I want to kind of get him away. Oh boy, he's going to grab it right there. Whoa, go Slinky! Oh my goodness, good. Now he's down there. Oh, and he's giving me a little bit of a thrashing. Come on, Slinky, eat it up for everybody. But you see, Slinky's doing his thing right now. Oh gosh, don't shake it in there, you goofball. You're going to hit your own head. Let's see if he'll walk out of there. There he goes. He likes to make sure that it's dead. But this is what they'll do if the animal was alive. Obviously, it's less cruel to just do it that way. So now let's feed her. All right. Now this is what I'm really excited about. Is Jackie has been certainly warming up to me. Let's get her out. Come on. Come on. Get her out here to say hello to everyone. And what's neat about the 2 is they have been breeding, but it's not a super stressful affair for her because he'll leave her alone. It's not as though he's always breeding her. It'll happen maybe once every couple of days. And so therefore, you know, in the beginning, when you guys watched the video in the beginning, you know, she was always trying to get away from him. She was terrified. She had never been with another monitor lizard. So that, you know, is definitely something she had to overcome. And now I catch them basking together. You know, it's really, really cool that they're doing that. I love it. As I mentioned in the original video of putting them together, you know, it's always better if you're learning about a species to try and get males and females and watch them breed, because, you know, you're now seeing the full spectrum of the animal's behaviors. And I think it's very important to give these animals a lot of space. Obviously, they're outdoors here in South Florida. This is just not a species that I'd want to keep up north indoors. I just like keeping animals outside, and they're, you know, able to do that. This monitor species you can keep outside here in Florida because, you know, it's humid. There's a lot of moisture. We have the pond. We have rain. We're definitely, you know, fulfilling all of their needs as a species. Here's Slinks right now. All right, he's just smelling me. I must smell amazing. And the other cool thing is, if you look down here, Jackie's been digging quite a bit, which I like to see. Now, I don't think she's gravid at this point. I think these are just burrows she's testing out. But it's a good thing that she knows she can dig. Slinky is, as always, very interested in me because I am the waiter here, and I'm always bringing food. But meanwhile, she's done a good job down in the hatch. Much smaller, but this is an adult. This is her size. She's 4 years old, and she's putting that rat down. And I only feed them rodents once a week. The rest of the week, I'll catch fish, and I'll also give them some croc chow that I mash up and make it into a ball. I don't have any large pellets, so I just get the small pellets and I moisten it, let it soak, and then squeeze it out together into a ball, and she eats it up without any problem. And that's a great diet because it'll put some weight on them. And it's exactly what they use for crocodiles and alligators, which have the same diet as this. They're carnivores. They're going to eat anything they can overpower. Look at her. And she's getting much more curious, as you guys can see. So that's what's really unique, or really fun. Is another thing you guys need to remember is so many times people ask me, how do I tame my lizard? And I don't really have any advice other than create a large enough enclosure that you can walk in and the animal feels secure in. And let's see, this is brand new for her. She's definitely exploring me. Look at this, guys. You're seeing this live. Check this out. She's curious about me and if I got more food for her. But I get nervous. I get nervous because I have been bit by one of these, and it is not pleasant. So I don't know her yet. I don't know if she's rubbing to bite or she's just rubbing to mark me. But anyhow, what's really cool about these animals is they're curious, and as far as taming them up, it's about building trust with the animal. Give them the space to feel secure. Give them the space to move away if they want. You see that? I mean, this is a really nice example of how after a few short weeks, if you've given, and again, I don't know this animal, and I am definitely a little nervous. But anyhow, you give her the space, you give her the ability to feel secure, and she tames up. It just happens naturally. You don't force the issue. That's important. That's very important. And, my buddy Anthony says that she's not a biter. She's never bit him. And I believe him. It's just, you know what, guys? It's better safe than sorry. I always keep my guard up because you never can tell. Now, Slinky and I obviously have a lot more history together. He's been here a few years now, and we're kind of growing up together. We're learning each other. So there you have it. He's just, he looks like he got a little shed going on his eye. Just such a beautiful animal. And I'm so glad to see these two together and doing their thing. So I wanted to give this update. I think it's important. I hope I answered a little bit of questions some of you may have as far as taming your lizards. I would do this with large iguanas, rock iguanas, bearded dragons. Just give them space. Don't always be trying to, pick them up. I think it's smart if you guys actually allow the animal time to adjust to its new enclosure. Give it time, because before you know it, in a few months or in a few years, you're going to have a really tame animal. And that's always more fun, is when they decide to come to you. So you really know that you've built trust. And Slinky has certainly done that. I love him, man. Such a great animal. So glad to be working with him. And hopefully we'll see what happens with Jackie if she in fact gets gravid. That would be really cool. But in the meantime, I'm just glad they're getting along and cohabitating. There's been no dominance issues. Slinky's bigger. He will do the head bobs when he wants to breed. But he's not stressing her out because, there's a lot of room here. Lots of space. They can kind of go off on their own and do their thing. So, all right. She's going back in for the evening. Or is she? Yep, she's disappearing. There goes Jackie. Say goodnight to everybody, Jackie. All right. See you later, young lady. What a tail. And then Slinks is just going to look around in case I've left him any other presents. Another fun thing I'll do is I'll sometimes put pellets and food throughout the enclosure to make him look and kind of scavenge for it, because monitors are incredible scavengers as well. All right, everybody, I'm glad to be here on this sweltering evening here at Kamp Kenan. I hope you've enjoyed our little talk and little catch-up session with Slinky and Jackie. And, well, I'm going to get back to work because I do have more things to do, believe it or not. Have a great Sunday, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Kamp Kenan.